the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Aztecs will kick it away to start. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready. With a fresh possession. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Fuentes. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down, as they've got a first at the 32. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Westbrook. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice, but rid of the ball. Touchdown Aztecs! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to try to return this one. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Dropping back, it's Hawkins. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Fuentes. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Diego State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. That's reeled in. It's Fuentes. The Aztecs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Fuentes. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Fuentes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Aztecs look to keep this drive humming. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Aztecs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one. It's possible. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gordon. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's Hawkins. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds a man on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, San Diego State! Fitted in the window for the score.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Look out, he's got room. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Aztecs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Throws for the tight end. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. The short hands, it's Neal. Turning it on! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Now on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Neal. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense in press coverage. Running into the open space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Touchdown, Green Wave. Fired in from from the red zone for the score. Remember this one simple precept, and your time with me will not have been ill spent. The tight end is always open.
They think that too. They think they're always open. Throw me the football, but especially in the red zone. This is where you see most tight ends do most of their damage. Big body guys, QB find him, hit him, touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first down. Out across the 30, mark down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the run, it's Gaines. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. The Aztecs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Fuentes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Using the quick game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Finds his man. It's Fuentes. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Aztecs have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Fuentes. Touchdown, Aztecs! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the returner goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The RPO, it's complete. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. On the ground, it's Warren. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Right on the money. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6-time tonight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Looking to throw on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up fourth.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Aztecs are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Aztecs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. At the 20, he's got space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Tulane now facing third and forever. To the air, it's Gardner. He's taking the deep shot. Reels it in down the left side. Stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line, and you want to talk about flipping the field. He just did it like that. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Getting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Green Wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll move the tight end. He'll run it again. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree.